Hey now, everybody, it's Aaron, and welcome to Market Minutes. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you watch the show, you know every week we talk about the new listings, and often we make some predictions on what we think will happen with that listing. Sometimes we'll put a number on it. Sometimes we'll just kind of talk about what we think will attract people most to that property. So, we do these, and then every week we move on, and nobody ever checks up on us. So this week we're going to do something special. This is the Market Minutes Report Card Edition. We're going to run through those houses, let you know what happened and how accurate we were. Let's do this. All right, let's kick this off with a house that came on just before the holidays. 6256 Clearwood Road in Kenwood Park in Bethesda. I was big on this house. I called it groovy. You got a mid-century vibe for sure. I talked about how you could open the kitchen and make this a really cool space. Talked about you had a nice flat yard in the back, although I was a little concerned it was backing to Whitman High School. Well, this was early on in the year before we have seen what we've seen over the last few months. Although I was a little bit skeptical at just under 1.5, this ended up trading at $1,633,000, 9.2% above asking price. So, hey, it was the first one of the year. Weren't sure at that point. The market had kind of chilled a little bit over the holidays. So I'm going to give myself a little bit of a pass on this one. I did say I thought it would sell quickly, given the lack of inventory in Kenwood Park. So I don't know. Give me a C on it. All right, sticking in Bethesda, another one that I thought was really interesting, 7013 Endicott Court. If you remember, I talked about the solar panels on this house and sort of our take on how to deal with solar panels in the marketplace. I talked about how this was a really great sized house in a great location, and then hit you with the surprise that it was business in the front, party in the back, and showed you this amazing indoor pool that it had. I said, if you wanted to be super popular among your friends, that this was the house for you. And of course, I called it my COVID dream feature. Well, this one blew everything out of the water. I said that I thought it would sell. I didn't put a number on it because the pool, who knew what was going to happen? But this sucker went 25% above asking price. The original list price of this listing was $1,395. 25%, it landed at $1,750,000. Truly amazing. Somebody really wanted that pool. I guess they need friends. All right, so as we got through January and we did a special on all the new development in the area, Jeff ran through that. That was fantastic. Inventory was still slow. We were still waiting to see more things. Then we had 9416 Holland Court had hit the market at $940,000. At the time of the recording, it was literally the only thing on in Bethesda that week. This was that front to back split. I talked about how that gives you some really great high ceilings and that overall it was a lot of space. I really liked that it was on a cul-de-sac, really rare for the neighborhood. I had said at 940 with nothing else around that this was going to get a ton of attention. Pretty much anything under $1 million in Bethesda always does. And this was no exception. It did, it's not the biggest house in the world, so it didn't get super crazy, but it went at $1,008,000, 7.2% above ask. I don't hate it. Actually, I think it's pretty decent. I think if this was on the market today, it might get more. I don't really think it's worth more. So I think this person did okay. And I guess I did okay with my prediction. All right, let's jump back out to Wait, what's happening? Why am I losing signal?
Hey, this looks like fun. Let me get on this. I made some predictions of my own. Let's take a look. 4906 Bangor Drive hit the market in Garrett Park Estates at the beginning of February at $900,000. I've been in several bidding wars with my buyer clients in the last couple of months there, And I knew when I saw this house with the large primary suite and the gorgeous bathroom that this was going to get nuts. They also opened up the kitchen, which doesn't hurt at all either. I guess I was right, because this cute little 4-bedroom house took only 2 days to get bid up over $130,000 over asking price. Another property that I highlighted in the market minutes was 4910 Everett that hit the market just a few weeks ago in Parkwood. As well advertised on this show, you know that Parkwood has seen a huge ramp up in value during this pandemic. This very small rambler with an awkward addition off the back would have sold for $700,000 or less just a few short years ago. With virtually nothing on the market and a lot of frustrated buyers, I had a feeling that this probably was going to get some attention too, even with the quirky addition. Well, I was right. Again, in just a few short days, it got bid up from the high sevens to over $800,000.
All right. Thanks, JT. Dude, text me, bro. I would let you on. You always have great predictions. Let's talk about 7932 Lake and Heath Way in Potomac. If you remember, I talked about this as a contemporary style, late 80s house. I really dig the layout and finishes were good. I talked about how I had just seen the house down the street over last summer that listed at $1,250,000 and went up over 1.4. I thought the similar thing was going to happen with this one, but apparently, this did have a little bit of a flatter yard, and the market had changed. So this listed at $1,325,000 and just closed at $1,650,000, 24.5% above asking price. Great neighborhood. I'm flabbergasted by this number. I have a friend on the street. I literally think she sold it herself when I told her what the house had sold for. This is a continuing trend in Potomac. Potomac's back in style, and I don't think it's going away. And I think anything with good space, good bones, and in a strong location, people are willing to step up their budgets for, because that budget in Bethesda or in a closer in location isn't getting them much of anything. So at least here they come out to Potomac and get a nice big house. All right, that's going to do it for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed looking back. I know I did. I could tell you that a few of the things we've covered recently, we've actually written offers on a bunch of them, won a couple and lost a bunch. But I could tell you that these big escalations are not stopping. There are going to be some bigger numbers recorded. Horizon Hill, Old Farm, Bethesda. It's been all over the map. There does not seem to be an end to the buyer pool. So for now, remains an incredibly tough market. We are seeing some more inventory, which is really nice. But at this point, that has not stopped the pricing wars. So we will fill you in as those things close and give you another update. As always, give us a follow at Jeweler Burton on Facebook or Instagram. If you know anybody who's in the market, think could use our help, please reach out. We'd love to help. Have a great weekend, everybody. Later.